The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. You go first.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
All day, just like that. Just like
alert. 40, check. He's coming.
Rip left.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins gives way to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 22, Cousins. He's got his man. This is Jackson. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Bailey's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I'm
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
18. Check Mike 40. Here we go. Hey, echo. Hey, Mike 40.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, ball.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Check. Bring up 48.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Cohen. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
180. Mike 40, Mike 40. Run, touch. We are. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go, here we go. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check. He's coming, he's coming.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 58, right there. Check me out.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, ball. Check 24, check. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, a run with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. You got 3 down. Say 18. Shit.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and inches, Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself in.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the Vikings 7-yard line.
Sit up! 180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 25! Lock in, lock in. Pick the edge.
Davis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. On third down, a run with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Check 59, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the